If Jesus was already the perfect sacrifice, why are we hearing again about a red heifer, about sacrifices, and about the rebuilding of a third temple in Jerusalem? Didn't he finish everything on the cross? This is the question burning in the hearts of millions today. Some say, it is finished, no more sacrifices are needed. Others say, the red heifer is the sign that the end is near. In this video, we will uncover this mystery through the Torah, the prophets, and the Messiah. And you will see that the red heifer is not against Yeshua. It points directly to him, and it reveals how close we are to his return. In Numbers chapter 19, God gave Israel a strange command to take a pure red heifer without a single blemish and burn it completely outside the camp. Its ashes were then mixed with water and used for purification. For centuries, the rabbis called this law a chok, a decree beyond human understanding. Even Rashi, one of the greatest Jewish commentators, said this command was a divine mystery, hidden from human reason. But why would God ask for something so hard to understand? Because every detail was prophetic. A spotless animal, burned outside the camp, ashes that brought cleansing, all of it pointed forward to the Messiah. Could it be that God gave this command to Israel thousands of years ago, not only for that generation, but as a shadow of Yeshua, who would come to bring true purification? The ashes of the red heifer were used for one purpose: to purify those who were unclean so they could enter God's holy dwelling. Without that purification, no one could approach the presence. This is a simple but powerful truth. To stand before the holy God, we must be cleansed, not by our own strength, not by rituals, but by his way. The Torah teaches, "Be holy, for I am holy." And here is the question: if Israel needed purification before entering the temple, what about us today? The good news is that Yeshua, the Messiah, has given us the true purification. His blood is the living water that washes us completely, something the ashes of the heifer could only point to. After thousands of years, Israel is once again speaking about the red heifer and the rebuilding of the temple. Priests are being trained, stones are being carved, and preparations are already underway. And suddenly, the whole world is watching Jerusalem. News channels, politicians, religious groups, everyone has their eyes on this small city. Why? Because Jerusalem is not just politics, it is prophecy. The prophets declared that in the last days, this city would become the center of attention for all nations. And that is exactly what we see happening today. Why does this tiny piece of land, smaller than many of our states, shake the nations? Could it be because God chose this place to write the last chapter of history? Many ask, if Jesus already died on the cross as the perfect sacrifice, why talk about the red heifer or the temple? And the answer is simple but powerful. Yeshua truly is the final sacrifice. Nothing can be added to his work. But here is the mystery. The red heifer and the third temple do not compete with the cross. They are prophetic signs, reminders that history is reaching its final chapter. The prophets wrote that in the last days the temple would be rebuilt and great trials would come upon the world. These things are not here to replace the Messiah, but to point us back to him. If Yeshua already finished everything, why is God allowing these ancient signs to reappear in our generation? Could it be to awaken us so we prepare for his coming? The prophets Daniel and Paul warned us of a dark figure, the man of lawlessness, the Antichrist. He will exalt himself above all that is called God, and he will sit in the very temple of God, declaring himself to be God. For this prophecy to be fulfilled, there must be a temple in Jerusalem. And that is why the red heifer and the preparations for the third temple are not small news. They are pieces of the prophetic puzzle falling into place. The world will celebrate the one who brings false peace. But in the middle of that peace, he will break the covenant and desecrate the holy place. If we already see the stage being prepared for the temple, do we realize how close we are to the moment when the Antichrist will appear? And more than that, do we understand how near the return of the true Messiah must be? For centuries, the rabbis said that the red heifer was the greatest mystery of the Torah. Rashi himself explained that its meaning was hidden, known only to God. But in the light of the Messiah, the pieces finally come together. The red heifer had to be without blemish. Yeshua was without sin. The heifer was burned outside the camp. Yeshua was crucified outside the walls of Jerusalem. Its ashes mixed with water brought cleansing. From his side flowed blood and water, bringing true purification. The mystery that confused generations was always pointing to the Messiah of Israel. The red heifer was never the final solution. It was the shadow. The reality is Yeshua. If even the most mysterious command of the Torah is fulfilled in him, what does that say about the time we are living in? Could it be that God is shouting to our generation, "The Messiah is coming soon"? The red heifer is not about returning to animal sacrifices. It is a prophetic sign, God's clock ticking closer to midnight. Every headline about the temple, every preparation in Jerusalem, is a reminder that the Messiah is near. The question is not whether the sacrifice will happen or whether the temple will be rebuilt. The real question is, are we ready? Has your heart been purified by the Messiah, or are you just watching prophecy unfold like a spectator? Yeshua himself said, "When you see these things begin to happen, lift up your heads, because your redemption is near." If the signs are clear and the time is short, how should we live today? With fear? No. With faith, holiness, and urgency, because the King is coming. The red heifer, the preparations for the temple, the rising tension in Jerusalem. None of this is coincidence. They are prophetic signs, reminding us that God's word is alive and unfolding before our very eyes. Yes, Yeshua is the perfect sacrifice. Nothing replaces the cross. But the red heifer is a shadow that points to him and announces that his return is near. So the question is not if prophecy is true. The question is, are you ready to meet the King? If you want to keep your eyes open and your heart prepared, subscribe now. Here we reveal the mysteries of the Torah and the prophets, always pointing to Yeshua, the Messiah of Israel. The time is short. The signs are clear. The King is coming.